who's going to lose more? Bud Light or Legacy Media? I don't know. I'm hoping it's Legacy Media, but Bud Light, you pissed me off too. Forever. Dylan Mulvaney, he should not have ever been the spokesperson for Bud Light. Okay? Bud Light is either like hot girls with like big old boobies or whatever, you know, and they're drinking. They don't really like beer. They want the beer to taste like water that gets them drunk. Ta-da! Okay, so there's your commercial for one of them. Or it's the dudes that are like, hey, I get the beers for the girls that like the Bud Light. Not the trans male who isn't really transgender because I think he's just a gay flamboyant man who likes to wear girls' dresses because he likes the attention. Dylan Mulvaney is an attention WHORE. Incredibly annoying and just Tim said he was nails on a chalkboard. I don't know if he's as bad as that, but it's pretty bad. I'm just gonna say he's like ultimate cringe. He's like ultimate cringe. But I thought it would be good for him to be the spokesperson, or give him, her, them their own can with their face on it, which to me looks like it would be a good can to judge whether or not you've had too much to drink. Because you look at the can, right? It's got Dylan Mulvaney's face on it, and it's like, I don't even know. It looks alien-ish. Doesn't really look like a girl. Doesn't really look like a guy. I guess that you're going for androgyny here. I don't know. But if you're a dude and you're drinking that Bud Light and you're looking at the can with Dylan Mulvaney's face on it, and you start thinking, hey, that girl's pretty hot. Yeah, she was talking to me. No. You're done. You're done. No more beer. That's your litmus test. You think the trans person on the can is hot and you're not into trans people? You've had too much to drink. Probably goes the same way for the girls too. Girls, you think that looks hot? Maybe don't drink anymore. You do not know what you're going to go home with if you think Dylan Mulvaney is hot. The thing that's most upsetting is that why Bud Light? Why Anheuser-Busch would you pick Bud Light as the product that Dylan Mulvaney would be a spokesperson for? Why wouldn't you have sent him Bud Light, or not, what is it, Bud Light Seltzer? You know, the Bud Seltzer water? Why not send him that? That's what the youth likes. That's what girls like. That's probably what people like. Dylan Mulvaney, social media influencers, celebrities, aren't they all drinking that hard seltzer stuff? I like a nice local beer. We have a lot of really good beers here in Vermont. If you ever have a chance to come to Vermont, visit our many breweries. We got some awesome beer. Ask for the sour beer. It's delicious. Sour beer. That's where it's at. Guys, I keep checking to make sure it's recording because I do not have my contacts. I do not have my glasses. So I apologize for shoddy editing. I'm pretty freaking blind right now. So, and you know, if I was Anheuser-Busch, I would have made it so that Dylan Mulvaney was the spokesperson for the hard seltzer product and not the Bud Light that everybody's been drinking forever, and their customer base is not really into this whole like trans thing, or at least like pretending to be trans thing, because I think that's what's going on with Dylan Mulvaney. He just wants the attention, right? So it goes on TikTok. Originally Dylan Mulvaney, I think he had like videos about animals, not getting him a ton of clicks. And then he has videos about being non-binary. Oh, all of a sudden, we have some audience participation. Starts getting a lot of likes. Starts getting a lot of comments. So then he goes, okay, now I'm trans. And then just boop, oh, through the roof. Millions of views. Was it as like a public curiosity? Probably. But it's influencing a lot of young women and probably young men. But I'd say the majority of the people watching Dylan Mulvaney are like 15-year-old girls, 15, 13, teenage girls, basically. And who wouldn't want to market Bud Light to teenage girls, right? Anheuser-Busch? Good job on that. You screwed up big time. I don't really like Bud anyway. And I don't know if you've seen the commercial that Bud Light tried to put out for like a I am sorry But it was like they went to the 9/11 book and they were like, oh, the Clydesdale horses and patriotism and these quotes and la-di-da-di-da. It was patronizing, it was awful, and it actually made it so that Joe Rogan, who was cool with Dylan Mulvaney being on the Bud Light can, was drinking Bud Lights on the Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, he's done with you now, Bud Light. He hates you. He hates you because of that awful commercial that you put out. So, really, I mean, I don't even know if apologies can help at this point, but I just want to say something. It's not Dylan Mulvaney's fault that this company has made him a spokesperson. It's not Dylan Mulvaney's fault necessarily that society has decided that trans is like the new big trend, and I feel bad for him. This is probably the biggest controversy that he's actually ever dealt with. It might hurt all of the other endorsements that he has, though he has Nike sports bras, which is really frustrating, and I think Maybelline now for makeup. So I don't know what's going on in the corporations. I think they've all lost their minds as far as trying to market to women through trans men or trans females. It's nuts. So I thought, in the spirit of, well, in the memorial to Bud Light, drink a nice, friendly Miller Lite, to Tucker Carlson, to Donald Trump, to James O'Keefe, and Julian Assange. Cheers.